everyone and welcome to the first video of the chapter Polynomials. Now, first you should always know what is a polynomial. So let me read the definition which is given in the book. A polynomial is an expression containing constants and variables connected through the basic operation of algebra. This is not a very clear definition. Let me tell you what has to be added. Suppose I will explain you with the help of example the clear definition. Suppose we have 4x square plus x minus 2. This is said to be a polynomial because when we talk about the power of the variables, so everybody knows that 4, 1, minus 2 is a constant and x square and x are variables, right? Obviously they have powers. So these are known as variables. And these are the basic operations. Plus and minus are the basic operations through which these terms are connected. Alright. Now, this is known as a polynomial. Why? Because when we talk about the power is a proper whole number. Even if we talk about 2, can I write this 2 as x to the power 0? Because we know that anything raised to power 0 is 1. So this is even we say that 2 is also a polynomial. Why? Because 2x to the power 0 hota hai. That is why it is also a polynomial or a constant term also. Alright. But let me show you this example. Suppose I take an example x square plus root x minus 1. Children, this is not a polynomial. Why? Because here when we talk about the power of x, it is 1 by 2, which is not a whole number. So this is not a polynomial. But if I take this x square plus root 2x plus 1, this is a polynomial. Why? Because here the values, the variables means which are unknowns, that is x and x square, they have real proper powers, getting whole number powers. And obviously 1 and root 2 are the constants which are present, and there are variable operations also which are there. So the numbers can be, rational or irrational, but the variable power has to be a proper whole number. That is how you will identify a polynomial. I hope now the definition how to identify a polynomial will now become much clearer. Okay. Even if I talk about, let me quote one more example because children make mistake. Suppose 1 upon x minus 1. Is it a polynomial term? No, it is not a polynomial term. Why? Because x minus 1, if I carry it to if I convert it into numerator, the power becomes minus, raised to power minus 1. You know na, when you take anything from the denominator to numerator, here the power was 1, when it goes up it will be minus 1. So this is not a polynomial term. So I hope I am very clear with the definition of polynomials. Now let me explain you the next important term which is required for the exercise. Degree of a polynomial. Again, it is very clear. Degree of a polynomial is the highest power of x, yeah, variable, not x, in a polynomial p of x. When we talk about p of x, it is higher power of x. When there is a polynomial in terms of, like, this is y, so p of y, the highest power of y. This is p of u, this the higher power of u. So this is what is the degree. Degree is the highest power. So you can see here when we talk about p of x, the degree of the variable. For the first example, here the degree is 1. When we talk about here the highest power of the variable, that is y, here the degree is 2. When we talk about this, here the degree is 6, and so on. Okay, so this is how you will define the degree of the polynomial. What is the significance of degree of polynomial? डिग्री ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल का ये मतलब होता है, या सिग्निफिकेंस ये होता है, वो इंटरप्रिटेशन ये होता है कि x की कितनी मैक्सिमम वैल्यूज आ सकती हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू द स्टेटमेंट विच आई सेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ एग्जाम्पल. Suppose I put 4x plus 2 equal to 0, children. So can I say x will be minus 2 by 4, right? which will be minus half. So degree means I can get maximum value of the variable. So degree 1 means मुझे x की एक value मिलेगी. This is a quadratic equation. If you will try and split this quadratic equation, children, right? 4 2s are 8. Let's check कि quadratic equation split होती है 8 के factors तक की 3 आए. So हमें पता ही है. Now check. So this is 2 2s are 4. 4 and 2 एक फैक्टर है तो 3 तो फिर भी नहीं आ रहा. 8 and 1 एक फैक्टर है तो भी 3 नहीं आ रहा. So this is a polynomial which cannot be split. So maximum there can be how many? So it is not. That is why I am using the word degree means maximum number of value of the variable. So not always that you will get exactly the same values. Okay, not true for everything. So this is what is a significance of degree. So you should know this. तो यहाँ पे u की डिग्री जो है वो 6 है. p of u की डिग्री जो है वो 6 है. So इसमें मैक्सिमम कितनी u की वैल्यूज आ सकती हैं? 6 आ सकती है. So basically when we talk about types of so I hope the degree is clear, right? So now the next topic is type of polynomials. A polynomial whose degree is 1 is known as linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial degree 2, cubic polynomial degree 3, and so on. So basically in our syllabus there is only three degree till only 3 degree polynomials are there. So that is why we will only talk about linear, quadratic and cubic polynomial. But you should know that degree can be 4 also, 5 also, 6 also, 7 also, any whole numbers. Okay. So these are the, suppose I want you to find out, let me tell you, y square minus 2. So here you want to find out the degree. Value of degree is 2, so very clear. So what is the value of y? Check here. Y square is equal to 2. Can I say y is equal to plus minus root 2? Whenever we take a square root, it can be both plus and minus. Why plus and minus? क्योंकि आप plus root 2 का whole square करोगे तो भी आंसर 2 आएगा, और minus root 2 का whole square करोगे तो भी आंसर 2 आएगा. So that is why from now onwards, from class 10th onwards, whenever you will take a square root of a number, you will always say plus minus of the number. Okay, so you have to remember this. इस step में बहुत बच्चे गलती करते हैं. 99% बच्चे y square equals to 2 का आंसर, y का आंसर सिर्फ √2 लिख के आ जाते हैं एग्जाम में. I don't want you to commit that mistake. So you can see very clearly कि क्योंकि वो क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल था जिसकी डिग्री 2 थी, तो मैक्सिमम y की वैल्यू 2 हो सकती है. मैक्सिमम वैल्यू जो हो सकती है दैट इज 2. सिमिलरली क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल है, सो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कैन बी 3. डोंट वरी अबाउट हाउ टू फाइंड द वैल्यूज. I mean how to find the values of x, that I will let you know while we proceed in the videos. Okay, so this is the basic knowledge of polynomials which you should have. Let's move ahead. Now, what do you mean by zeros of a polynomial? Zeros of polynomial का मतलब होता है कोई भी एक रियल नंबर जिसको मैं अगर ज़ीरो पुट कर दूं तो वो आपके पॉलिनोमियल को सेटिस्फाई करे. मतलब कोई भी ऐसी वैल्यू ऑफ के, एनी रियल नंबर वैल्यू ऑफ के विच सेटिस्फाई योर पॉलिनोमियल. एंड यू शुड नो it is a very very understandable step that कभी भी किसी की भी वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है तो इक्वेशन के लिए, ये आपका लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल है, वैल्यू फाइंड करने के लिए आपको इक्वेशन बनानी पड़ेगी, और इक्वेशन बनाने के लिए आपको उस पॉलिनोमियल को इक्वल टू 0 डालना पड़ेगा. तो x की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी? -3/2, द एग्जाम्पल विच आई हैव कोटेड. सो नाउ पुट इट हियर. If p of x is, children, 2x plus 3, then p of -3/2, मतलब मैंने k की वैल्यू -3/2 ले ली है, क्या आएगी? 2 into -3/2 plus 3. 2 cancels. This is -3 plus 3, which is 0. So this is how you find zeros of a polynomial. सो कभी भी किसी पॉलिनोमियल का जीरो फाइंड करना है तो हमें क्या करना है, यू जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर वन स्टेप, उस पॉलिनोमियल को इक्वेशन में कन्वर्ट कर देना है इक्वल टू जीरो। अगर वो लीनियर है तो वो डायरेक्ट आंसर आ जाएगा, क्वाड्रेटिक होगा तो हमें मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग करना आता ही है। अगर नहीं भी आता, डोंट वरी, यू विल लर्न इन द वीडियोस। आई विल शो ईच एंड एवरी मेथड अगेन। क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल का मेथड भी, और आई विल शो यू हाउ टू फाइंड द जीरोस ऑफ अ पॉलिनोमियल। And now, can I write it in general that for any linear polynomial in the general form, children, can be written as ax plus b? So can I say that for any linear polynomial in which is written generally, if I put ax plus b as 0, can I say x will be minus b by a, right? Which I can write it as minus constant term, this is a constant term, upon coefficient of x. So this is how you get the relation of a zero with the quadratic or with a cube, with a linear polynomial. Okay, so now the next and the most important topic, ज्योमेट्रिकल मीनिंग ऑफ जीरोस ऑफ अ पॉलिनोमियल। इसका मतलब क्या होता है? ज्योमेट्रिकल का मतलब ये हो गया डायग्राम रिप्रेजेंटेशन। तो जब आप किसी पॉलिनोमियल को डायग्रामेटिकली रिप्रेजेंट कर दोगे तो वो आपको क्या इम्पोर्टेंस, उसकी क्या सिग्निफिकेंस आपको पता चलेगी। दैट इज नोन एज ज्योमेट्रिकल मीनिंग ऑफ जीरोस ऑफ अ पॉलिनोमियल। So let's talk. I have taken 3 different kinds of polynomials here and I have plotted a graph. This is a graph of a linear polynomial. उस linear polynomial का ये equation है x plus 2y equal to 7. Okay, this is a quadratic polynomial, x square minus 3x minus 10, right? So similarly, right? So similarly, this is a cubic polynomial. So now, when you plot the graph, you can very well see linear मतलब degree is 1. Degree is 1 means वो x axis को, geometrical meaning means वो जो जब आप graph plot करोगे वो x axis पे कितनी जगह पे intersect कर रहा है, intersecting x axis on dash places, right? So you can check, क्योंकि वो लीनियर है तो वो x एक्सिस को एक सिंगल पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, तो डिग्री इज 1, दैट इज द ज्योमेट्रिकल मीनिंग। क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन मीन्स उसकी जो डिग्री है वो 2 होगी, क्योंकि पावर, वेरिएबल की जो पावर है वो 2 होगी, एंड क्योंकि डिग्री 2 है चिल्ड्रन, सो व्हाट विल बी द intersection, how many times the this curve is going to intersect? The curve is going to intersect at 2 places, x axis at 2 different places. Cubic means the degree is 3. Degree is 3 means the x will intersect x axis on how many places? 3 places. So this is what is the geometrical meaning of a zeros of a polynomial. So basically geometrical meaning का मतलब क्या हुआ? At dash places the polynomial is intersecting x-axis. This is what is meant by geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial, right? तो इसमें इसको आपको बहुत क्लियरली पता चलेगा कि जीरोस कितनी होती हैं। डिग्री 1 है तो मैक्सिमम जीरोस 1, डिग्री 2 है तो मैक्सिमम जीरोस 2, डिग्री 3 है तो मैक्सिमम जीरोस 3, and again, since these are the zeros, this is zeros also means if you plot the polynomial on a graph paper, at what point, at what places the polynomial is intersecting the x-axis. So this is the logic of your first exercise. Okay, plotting of graph, children, you already know, right children? x equals to, इसको हम 7 minus 2y ले लेंगे और हम कोई 3 वैल्यूज़ लेंगे जिससे कि हमें ग्राफ का स्लोप या उसका प्लॉटिंग पता चलेगा. So we can take the value of y as 0, so x will be 7. We can take the value of this uh, y as 1, so this is 7 minus 2, that is 5, and then you can take the value of y as 2, so it is 2 2s are 4, so 7 minus 4, that is 3. Similarly, when you have to plot for a quadratic polynomial, you will take negative and positive values both. Okay, so you will take more than 6 values, क्योंकि स्ट्रेट लाइन तो 3 वैल्यूज में ही दिख जाएगी, लेकिन जब आपको कर्व देखना होगा तो आपको मोर वैल्यूज चाहिए होंगी. सो यू टेक 3 नेगेटिव वैल्यूज एंड 3 पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज. ओके, so when you are plotting the graph for this was y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 10. When you're plotting the curve for this polynomial, then you have to take 3 values of positive and 3 values of negative. So you can take this as minus, take little big numbers so that you are able to draw the proper graph. So you can take minus 2, minus 1, 0, you can take 1, 2 and 3. So you will come to know when x is minus 2, put it here. So this is minus 2 ka whole square, minus 3 into minus 2, minus 10. So this is 4, राइट. नेगेटिव का होल स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव होता है, डोंट मेक दैट मिस्टेक. नेगेटिव इंटू नेगेटिव भी पॉजिटिव होता है, सो 3 2s are 6 minus 10. So this is 6 4s are 10 minus 10, so here the value will be 0. Similarly, you can get it for minus 1, 0 and get all the values, and then you plot on a graph paper. You will get to know, you will get a shape like this. Shape is known as parabola, so you should know. So I will tell you in the videos which will come along. There are parabolas which are upward facing, there are parabolas like here which are downward facing, and there are parabolas which might never touch your x-axis also. Okay, so we'll get there slowly, one step at a time. Alright, let's move ahead and solve our first exercise. The graph y is equal to px is given. So this is the graph which is they have already given us for y is equal to px in the exercise. For the polynomial px, find the number of zeros in each case. So I told you very clearly, number of zeros का मतलब क्या हुआ कि वो it is intersecting, px is intersecting x-axis at dash places. That is number of zeros. So let's check. यहाँ पे x एक्सिस का कोई इंटरसेक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, x एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट ही नहीं कर रहा है, सो नंबर ऑफ जीरोस, देर आर नो जीरोस, राइट. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द सेकेंड ग्राफ. x एक्सिस का इंटरसेक्शन देखना है, सो देर इज ओनली वन इंटरसेक्शन, सो देर इज 1 जीरोस. इन द थर्ड वन, चेक x एक्सिस को जो ग्राफ है वो कहाँ कहाँ इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है. देर आर 3 पॉइंट्स, सो दिस इज 3. Similarly, fourth point here, fourth graph, it is intersecting 2 at 2 different points. Fifth, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So this is 4. Similarly, 6, check here, 1. Now, touching is also intersecting, children. So this is 2 and this is 3. So this is 3 at 3 points. So now you know this is a linear polynomial, this is a constant linear polynomial, this is a cubic polynomial, this is a quadratic polynomial, this is a biquadratic polynomial, 4 hai degree, and this is again a cubic polynomial. So you can find out what kind of polynomial is it just by looking at a graph. So this is a constant number, right? So that is why the line is coming parallel to the x-axis. Alright. Basically this graph stands for, can I say, y is equal to k, right? Anything, k can be anything क्योंकि वो parallel है, right? So this is all about the first logic. We will continue polynomial chapters, and I will discuss lot of hot question, and I will try to make it easier for you. Just stay tuned and keep on watching the video. Thank you, children.